I'm going to be making some Easter Island style jewellery today. I've got this lovely mould from Temu that I'm going to be using. I've got some jewellery findings, I've got some jump rings, I've got some flakes, gold, silver and bronze. I'm not sure if I used the bronze yet because I don't have any jump rings to match. I've got some earrings and some paints for later. So we'll start off by mixing up some of the Jdiction resin crate, and this is normally weighed to a ratio of 3:1 by weight, but I'm not going to need a lot for these, so I'm just going to eyeball it and pop a bit of water into there and then add some of the resin crate to the water. So let's just pop couple of spoonfuls of that into there and then get that mixed in. It is quite forgiving. You can either do the mixture slightly thicker or slightly thinner. I think I'll go on the slightly thinner side today, just because there's a lot of little details to get into there. So let's just mix some of this up. Normally you want like a sort of batter-like consistency. I think that would be okay. So I'm just going to get this poured into these moulds. I'm just going to pour really slowly, just so as it gets into all those details. So I'm just going to fill these all up. I think I will actually fill them all if I've got enough mixture. I don't know if I'll make all of them. I don't think I'll do this one here. That looks a bit odd. It's just got a line down the middle. But I think I'll do, oops, do the rest. So I'm just going to keep these plain white, and then we can decorate them with some watercolour paints once we've got them demolded. So just a few left to do here. That one there, and then that one there. Right, I've got a little bit of mixture left, so I'll find something for that, and then I'll see you back for demold. These are all cured up now, so let's pop these out and see how they're looking. Let's just get them all out first, I think. Get these all out of here. Coming out nice and easy. Right, so first one. Ooh, lovely. I like those. Let's have a look at those two. Oh, they're really cute, aren't they? Those two there. Lovely. And we've got those two. That one's a bit weird, isn't it? But they're okay. Let's have a look at these two. Lovely. And next we've got these two. Nice shape. And then we've got these three. So we've got those three there. Not so keen on that one. Does that one go that way up? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, not sure about that one. Right, okay, so let's get some of these painted. I've put them in sets of 3 so we can do a pendant and earrings for those 4 there. I don't think I'm going to do those 2, so I'll pop those to one side. So let's start off with this one. I think we'll go for like a traditional grey stone, I think, with this one. So just going to do a light covering of the grey over there. and then down all the sides as well. So I've done that, and then same with that side there, and down there. So that's the first one done, like that. So I'll just do the same to these other two. So that's all the grey ones done. Right, let's just pop those up there for a minute to dry out. So what colour shall we do next? It's got to be a blue, isn't it? It's got to be a blue. Which blue should we use? Let's try this one up here, I think. See what this one looks like. Oh yeah, that's quite a nice blue. I'd like that. Sort of blend that out a bit. Pop some down there, some down the sides, and then some around that nose area. Just a little bit more down the edge there, I think. So that's that one. So I'll just do the same to these two. So that's all my blue ones. Right, what colour should we do next? Let's do, I think we'll do a purple. Shall we do a purple? Let's see what this purple looks like. That's quite nice. Let's do these three in a purple. Right, and then lastly these three. What colour shall we do for these? Let's do like a sort of stony colour, shall we? Like a, maybe like a mustardy colour. Well, that's a bit more, oh no, that's all right. I think that'll be okay. Let's do it in that colour. We'll just finish off this one, and then we'll leave them to dry out for a bit, and then we'll do some gold and silver flakes on them, I think. Right, so I'll see you back in a little while. These are all dry now, and I have painted the backs as well. So next I'm going to use the tack it over and over glue. I'm just gonna, I think I'll just squeeze some on my hand. So I'm just gonna pop some on there. And then just using a brush, I'm just gonna put some, let's get rid of that hair first. I'm just gonna put some random dobs of this in places. Nothing special, just totally random. And then that can be where the silver and gold flakes are going to go. So let's just give these a little bit. Let's pop some down in that one there. And actually I think I'll do that eye section. Not neatly, but just make that the dominant bit. Just put some up the top of that one, maybe down there. And then let's do most of that nose on that one. And then maybe some up in that corner and down there, and opposite corner with that one. And then I need a bit more glue. Just squeeze out a bit more. And then on this one, maybe that top section, and then down there, and then same with that one. Just some top and bottom really, I think. Still a bit on that one's nose. And then finally this last one, let's do up there, and then down around that piece there. Right, okay, so we're just going to leave these to go clear now and go tacky, and then we can add some of the flakes. These are all ready for the flakes now, and I think I'll do the grey and the blue in silver, and the purple and the musty colour in gold. So let's start with the silver ones first. Just going to place that over the top. Can't remember where I've put the glue now, so I just have to dab it everywhere and then brush that in with a brush. Just let that all catch where the glue is. So that looks like that. Let's put it on there so you can see it. Lovely. Right, so I'll just do the same with the others. Let's just put that over there and peel off the bits that are not sticking. And same again, just going to burnish that in. Get into all those details. Right, so that's that one. So I think I'll just pop you on a quick fast forward while I do this. I'm just going to be doing the same to all of these, and then I'll be using the gold for these ones.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors bright, crafting algae day and night, floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix 'em up a shade of blue, pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turning plastic into gold. Little trinket, shiny new, crafted just for me and you. From a simple little mold, stories waiting to unfold.
They're all covered with the flakes now, and I did have a couple of bits of rogue gold get into that one, so I've got some gold in with the silver there, and then I did end up having some silver get mixed in with the gold ones on those ones, but I actually think that they look kind of cool with both, so it's a happy accident, I think. Right, so next, because these are going to be jewellery pieces, I think they need a bit of extra protection. So I'm going to use some of the top coat. This is a nail varnish UV cured top coat. So I think let's just put some of these out the way for a minute. And then let's move these ones over here. Put them on there. So I'm just going to give all of these a top coat with the gel polish. Same sort of thing as UV resin, it's just easier in a bottle, that's all. So I'm just going to give these a good covering and then cure them with the UV lamp. So I'll just show you with this one, and then I'll do the others off camera and then be back when they're all done. So that's had a good covering now. So then I'm just going to give that a cure for a couple of minutes. So I'll do that to all of them, and then I'll see you back in a minute. These are all cured now, so they're looking lovely and shiny now, like those. So next I want to put these flat back bales on, and I'm going to be using the Green Stuff World Instant Glue, and I think I'm going to use the accelerator as well, activator spray. That would just speed up the glue process. So let's start with this one. I'm just going to pop a bit of glue on the back there, and then give the back of that a quick squirt with the activator spray, and then add that to the back. Push that down. So that's the first one done. So I'll do the same to all the others, and just while I'm doing a few with you, I'll just quickly mention that today's video is part of the Friendship Express train. So there will be a playlist in my description box. And the train is organised by myself and Susie from Serendipity Resin Creations, Tina from Pour Resin with Love, and Amy from Resonating Art by Amy M. So do check out that playlist. There's lots of fabulous videos in there for you to have a good binge wash out. Right, so that's those three done. So I'll carry on doing the rest off camera, and then I'll see you back for the next bit. That's all the backs added to all of these. So next we can start putting these together and making some sets. So nice simple one for the pendant. Just got this chain, and that can just go straight through the loop, and then do that back up. So that's our first pendant done. Nice and simple and easy. And then for the earrings, and these aren't really that heavy, so they'll be fine as earrings, I think. So I'm just going to take a jump ring and then open this up by twisting it towards me. You don't want to be opening it that way. So I'm just going to pop that through that there, and then make sure you've got your hanging earring piece the right way round. Just going to pop that through the hole, close it back up, give it a little wiggle, and then that's the first earring done. So that's that one. Just do one more earring with you, and then I think I'll put all the others together off camera, and then I'll come back when they're all done. So same again, twist that towards me, pop that through there, pop my little earring piece on, close that back up, little wiggle, make sure that that's connected properly, and then that's the second earring there. So there's the earring and the pendant. So I'll do the others off camera, and then I'll see you back in a minute. So that's all my Easter Island jewellery sets done, and I've just popped them into these little jewellery boxes, so they look lovely like that. Nice and simple but effective. So that's the blue one, and then we've got the grey and silver one there, and then mustardy colour with the gold, and then finally the purple with the gold. So nice and simple and easy. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and don't forget to check out the playlist in my description box, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors right, crafting algae day and night, floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, Mix 'em up a shade of blue. Pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turning plastic into gold. Little trinket, shiny new, crafted just for me and you. From a simple